Good day to you and welcome to WCCN's News, where we give you a roundup of the stories taking place in the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Western Jamaica and beyond. I'm Adise Jonas Murphy. Coming up in the news, GC Family Ministries directors conduct seminars for pastors at West Jamaica Conference. Westmoreland Convention down, one to go. Church officers in St. Elizabeth urged to provide Christ-centered leadership for their churches. JAMU celebrates 125 years of Adventism, and the MM15 countdown continues. Stay with us. All these and more when we return. Thanks for staying with us. Now for the news. Scores of pastors from the West and North Jamaica conferences benefited from professional growth seminars conducted by the Family Ministries directors of the Seventh-day Adventist World Church, Dr. Willie and Elaine Oliver. The seminars, which took place on Thursday, February 5, had several aims and objectives, but focused extensively on the biblical and theological foundation for family ministries and parent education and guidance.
We intended to share with the pastors the biblical and theological foundations for family ministries, which basically means what is the point of family ministries and how does it impact our ministry? So we really feel that it's important that pastors understand how they can use the Bible as a textbook for understanding families in Bible times, but also how it's applicable to our families today.
And of course, we also did a module on parenting, guidance, and just what do we do with our children? How do we raise them? How do we bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord?
And the visit of the dynamic couple to the West comes just on the horizon of the much-anticipated couples convocation being spearheaded by the Jamaica Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, which is expected to take place on Sabbath, February 7 at the NCU Gymnatorium in Mandeville, Manchester.
We're very excited about the convocation that will be held this Sabbath at NCU. It's going to be a one-day marriage conference, which will cover all kinds of topics about marriage. Primarily, we want to look at how couples can enhance their intimacy, hence the name, Journey Toward Intimacy. Now, I know a lot of times people feel that when we say intimacy, we're only talking about one thing. But intimacy really has to do with how connected we feel as a couple. And so that's why this excites us, because we know that in today's world, which is so busy, we're just running hither and yon, we're so busy doing all kinds of other things, that couples have a tendency to grow apart. So this is a day that's going to be designed for couples to grow closer together, to rekindle the spark, to learn how to speak to each other, to learn how to problem solve. We're going to talk about forgiveness, and we're also going to deal with fun, friendship, and sensuality and sexuality. We're looking forward to seeing you this Sabbath, February 7th at 9 o'clock at Northern Caribbean University. God bless you.
And still on the couples convocation, we also caught up with the Family Ministries Director of the Jamaica Union Conference, Pastor Astor Bowers, as he shared with us the union's state of readiness for the event.
At this point in time, I can say just about everything is in place. The theme is Journey Toward Intimacy. And the whole program is designed to get couples closer together harmoniously to spice up their marriages. Of course, we're going to use the occasion to reaffirm our belief in biblical marriage, because as you know, these days there are negative forces out there in the society trying to get us to move away from Bible marriage, that which was established by God at creation. But we are committed to God, we are committed to His words, and we are committed to following the path that He has laid out for us. So yes, every couple that comes there will get something out of the program that will enrich and strengthen their marriage.
Pastor Astor Bowers, Family Ministries Director of the Jamaica Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Dr. and Mrs. Oliver formed part of the delegation from the Jamaica Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, who visited the West Jamaica Conference to conduct a series of family life seminars for pastors both in West and North Jamaica conferences, respectively. Meanwhile, Adventists in the parish of Westmoreland converged at the Savlamar High School for the third of four conventions spearheaded by the West Jamaica Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Specially invited guest speaker Pastor Everett Brown of the Jamaica Union Conference urged the congregation not to take the convention service lightly.
This convention must not be seen as just another event. This is not just another convention, not just another opportunity for the people of God to live and to come together, to listen to good singing and to fellowship. It's more than that. We are living in a grand and awful time. We are living on the edge of one of the most important era in the life of the Church of the Living God.
And several persons who attended the service were tremendously blessed. Our reporter on location, Jonathan Myrie, spoke with some, and they had this to say.
Convention 2015 has been great so far. I did not get the chance to come as early as I would have liked, but trust me, the message that I got from Pastor Everett Brown, it was so inspiring, and I just can't wait to experience all that they have planned for 2015.
It is a spiritual experience where all churches in Westmoreland come together and fellowship for one day, and it is truly an impact to all the residents, especially when we go inside and we talk about our evangelistic upcoming series for the year and what we have been doing. It truly inspires other persons.
We're spiritually blessed, especially when we're doing the group prayers. It helps us to bring ourselves closer to God, and we feel the Spirit moving.
Just the outpouring of the Spirit moving in the auditorium today. And of course, those of you who are looking, you can see right behind me the number of individuals who are seated under the tent. It was just river come down here at convention today.
Very good, very good. I can't complain. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's very nice.
Those who are not here, they really miss something today.
And the final convention service for the West Jamaica Conference will take place in Hanover on Sabbath, February 14 at the Jockey Factory in Lucy. That's opposite to the Recies High School. And now we jump over to the parish of St. Elizabeth. Church officers were encouraged to offer Christ-centered leadership to their congregations at the recently concluded Officers' Council held on February 1 at the Santa Cruz SDA Church. President of the conference, Pastor Gleno Samuels, who addressed the leaders during a plenary session, encouraged them to enhance their personal relationship with the Lord. This he did while reminding them of the importance of operating within the guidelines of the Seventh-day Adventist World Church.
The only way the programs of the General Conference are carried out is when they are made operational at your local church level. When we speak of the structure and the mission, the structure is created to facilitate the matter of keeping the members we have and bringing in all the others we do not have.
The Officers' Council also featured several breakout sessions where leaders were guided by their departmental counterparts on how to execute their roles and functions for the remainder of the year. And in other news, the year 2015 marks 125 years since the establishment of the Adventist movement in Jamaica. Our news team spoke with the president of the Jamaica Union Conference to get an update on the upcoming plans and programs to celebrate this grand milestone.
We have begun to receive entries for the theme song competition. We have begun to select the teams for the Bible quiz competition at the local churches, and we are in the process of planning for the national church service, which is on the 3rd of October. And our committee have already started to plan the program, which will be rolled out during the year as we celebrate 125 years of Adventism in Jamaica. So plans are in place, and we have actually begun to roll out the calendar of events.
He also shared with us his thoughts on the growth of Adventism in Jamaica.
I think we have a lot to give God thanks for, and I think we need to celebrate the church's achievement in terms of our contribution to national development in areas of health and education. And as a church, we have a very proud history. We need to use the opportunity also to express our gratitude to those persons who have built the church's mission in Jamaica. So it's a moment for us to celebrate God's goodness and also to express our gratitude to those persons who have sacrificed lives indeed for the mission here in Jamaica.
Pastor Everett Brown there, president of the Jamaica Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, sharing with us the plans in place to celebrate the 125th anniversary of Adventism in Jamaica. And finally, it's time to head into our MM15 countdown, where we journey to a church near you to check on your state of readiness for the evangelistic thrusts. Time now for the MM15 countdown. As the stage continues to be set for the upcoming Metro Mission campaigns, or MM15 campaigns for short, our news team caught up with the King's SDA Church to find out their state of readiness for the upcoming Montego Bay campaign.
The King's Seventh-day Adventist Church is indeed ready for this massive campaign. At present, we have over 40 teams, and on our interest list, we have over 100 persons we are working with. And we are sure that based on the response we are getting, we should be able to garner a great harvest out of this massive campaign. Evangelism is not about the pastor, it's about the entire church. And once we are called to be a Seventh-day Adventist, our responsibility is to preach the everlasting gospel. Our Bible class at the moment is geared towards teaching, educating the members, the importance of soul winning, and that they need to be on board. We are encouraging them, we are visiting them in their homes, we are telling them about the importance of evangelism. And based on all of that, I believe we can get somewhere.
And it's good to know that our churches are preparing for the upcoming evangelistic initiatives. And that brings us to the end of our newscast. On behalf of our entire news and production teams, I'm Adise Jonas Murphy, wishing you God's richest blessings.